I was surfing YouTube and I found a lot of videos on humans that have died and went to hell. So we got to ask, since their experience was very real to them, does hell exist? Well, you bet it does. It's our universe. Let me use this model here. You know, I usually use the light membrane and the dark membrane. You know, we can call this light thought and material thought. You know, all those words kind of add up to the same energy of positive energy, negative energy. But for this one, let's use the biblical terms of heaven and hell. Our universe is hell. It is malicious energy. It's energy that we can't see. There's different frequencies. In fact, right where we're standing, there are frequencies that are pure, dark evil. There is no light. We don't see them because it's a frequency alteration, but they exist right here inside Earth and around Earth. Our universe is nothing but dark, malicious consciousness everywhere. I mean, our universe there's nothing good in it. Everything about it is destructive. We're talking gamma ray burst, black holes. Everything is destructive. It's divisional. That's what it is. We can call it evil because that's what evil would be. It would be energies that are designed to kill everything, and that includes humans. So this dark consciousness, now Earth pulls it in. I don't want to use the term gravity because it's kind of a material term, but essentially that's kind of what's happening. Dark consciousness gets pulled into Earth and around Earth. Our whole system, Earth itself, is surrounded by dark consciousness. Now, I have to cover what's going on from the light structure, from heaven to hell. So basically, heaven, light thought, is transposing our universe. And it creates many realms for us. Basically, it will go into consciousness and give us human light, a human light soul. That soul then will start developing its consciousness towards light. So the first level, now these levels are infinite, but I'm just going to keep it to three basic ones just to explain what's going on. The first level is dark souls. They exist in their heaven that's very close to Earth in the light structure. Next are the more advanced souls. They go up a level, and I call them gray souls. That's what we are. We're gray spirits, because we're half light, half dark. Said it. I've said that. You know, if you watch previous videos, you know that's what we are, gray spirits. The next level above that is our future selves of bigger human souls, the tech age that's coming. This is what happens in a near-death experience. A human dies. It's unexpected, or a near-death experience. They're doing an operation, having an operation, and they die on the operating table, or heart attacks, or something like that. And their soul is trying to get to the upper levels of light because that's where they belong. They are a gray soul. They are a light soul that's very conscious about compassion and love, and that's where they're trying to get. But what happens is they get stuck in this area right here, in the hell area. This is where they experience tremendous fear, dark evil. In fact, many of them say that the whole place has just got an evil content. Well, it does. That's what it is. The whole thing is evil. It also has consciousness in it that is not human. So that's the terminology of demons comes to mind, and devils. Well, it is consciousness. It's crazy consciousness. And they will attack that gray spirit inside their realm. Now what happens is most humans on earth believe in religion. So they call out to Christ. What happens is our advanced souls form a Christ-like figure and pull them out of the darkness, because they don't belong in that darkness. They belong up here because they're gray spirits. They're not dark spirits anymore. They've advanced to gray. So we, our family of light, goes back in there and we pull them out up into the level, the frequency they belong. Our track record is 100% positive because frequencies will always gravitate towards the frequency they're supposed to be at. Doesn't hurt to call out for Jesus' name when that happens. Basically, when a human dies, there's a couple options. One, they can instantly expand into the gray level. That's great. That's the most beautiful experience. The other one is you get that dark tunnel and there's a light way out in the distance. Well, that dark tunnel is this stuff. It's the evil universe around. You're going through that frequency to get to the light membrane. So that dark area around that light that is getting brighter, that is the evil content that I'm talking about. It's always a good idea when you die to move towards the light. You do not want to linger in this stuff because it's no fun. Now, the reason why I say our light family adopts a Christ-like figure is for America and Christianity. What do you think happens on the other side of the world? The Muslims. They have near-death experiences. They die too. Well, their religion is different. So when they experience something like that, the light family alters its consciousness and it will present a Muhammad-like figure, their version of God. It's all energy designed to make the childlike awareness of religion and earth and being human comfortable as when it transforms back into light. Does that make sense? Our family of light, heaven, the light fabric, the light structure, the matrix, you can call it a matrix of many realms, many altered realities, many dimensions, in fact is infinite, as many as we need, will do what's ever necessary to make human consciousness comfortable in the frequency that they belong to in the light structure. Maybe I didn't say that the best, but I think you get the point. Now, here's the interesting part. On your final death, see, these near-death experiences are temporary. So it doesn't give the light a lot of time to really explain the rest of your creation and who you are. So it does it very basic with a Christ-like figure and some family members in the background, or maybe even a family member is there because they're not doing something else in the light structure. But it's really designed to get you back into your body so the body doesn't deteriorate. So it's a very quick process. You don't learn a lot, because the whole thing is to make you comfortable and get you back in your body. Well, on your final death, something different happens. And the reason why I mention this is because this will explain why we use religious figures to get you back in your body, because it's the fastest and quickest way. Now let's say on your final death, you go back into this big old gray area right here, and you got your heaven that you're selling with other souls. Now what happens is you're spending time in this heaven. Now you have your guides and your adult souls, our angels, our teachers, our masters of light. Now they start teaching you that Christ and all that came behind that was really just a religion on earth. They teach Muhammad became a religion on earth. Those souls still exist in the light structure. In fact, those souls are a part of all of our souls. So Christ, the energy of Christ is in us all, and the energy of Muhammad is in us all. But what happens is now the family is teaching that younger consciousness how to use the light fabric again. And part of that lesson is the light fabric is a conglomeration of all our consciousness. There is no single God running the show. Our human souls with the fabric of light are running the show. The fabric of light, we can call that God if you want, but it's just a fabric of science, consciousness, compassion that become a part of us, and we get to use those tools. This is how we've gotten to create everything that we've wanted in the light structure. This is what Father Light has given us. The ability to use his fabric so we can create our own heavens. And when you die and you go back into that fabric and you have the opportunity to spend more time there, and this is just not a quick, you're there and you got to get back, then the family starts to reorganize you to what you really are, how full you really are. And then you got so much to learn about this light fabric. So that's why it's just basically our family uses the religious tool to help the consciousness escape this evil, this dark, evil, hell-like structure that surrounds Earth. The reason why we don't see these frequencies is because the light structure has taken Earth into a higher frequency out of that hell, out of that evil. Pure darkness is evil. The absence of light is evil. Well, that's where we live. But we, due to the light structure, have raised Earth frequencies above that, and that's why we don't see it. But that doesn't mean that it's not there. Hell is real. It's there. In fact, it's why we are here, because this whole process is about light changing evil, making inhuman consciousness human, putting it into Earth, so that consciousness can work its way up the light structure to become light. This video allowed me to cover things I haven't covered in other videos. I hope you like that, but that's what's going on.